like, do you like to watch movies, Ron?
I think we're on.
I do love to watch
Why
movies.
is he pointing at us?
It's time to play the music.
It's time to light the lights.
It's time to meet the Muppets on This Week with Four Horsemen tonight!
That doesn't rhyme.
With Ronzo the Great and his infamous
I'm
sidekick, Ryanzo the Rat. That was a little weak, but I like Ronzo.
Maybe rhyme it?
Rhyme it the Frog?
Rhyme it the Frog?
Okay, everyone. Okay. We could go along with that. We're doing a very special Muppet-themed episode tonight on This Week of Four Horsemen. I'm super excited. But Ronzo,
yes?
why are you so great? I
wish I knew.
That's not what I meant to ask. What is This Week of Four Horsemen?
This Week of Four Horsemen is our weekly show to discuss events, sales, promotions, and other nerdy topics.
Yes, and we're going to start off with a giveaway of a terrible variety. We're going to give away the first issue of the new Dark Crystal Beneath the Dark Crystal series. Yes. This is issue 1. Gelfling!
It scares Ryan.
The first person to come into the store this week and whisper a Dark Crystal quote into Ron's ear wins this. We're going to leave it up here for
Somebody please do that.
Skeksis. All right, so we're moving on to comics. And speaking of fear, we have the first issue of Batman King of Fears #1. This is a new series. It's 6 issues that's focusing on the Scarecrow, and it just sounds so cool. No texting under the table. I'm just going to read you guys the description. Doubt, fear, insecurity are all starting to take over. Hey, I was serious. And as all of those negative feelings set in, the Scarecrow orchestrates a riot at Arkham Asylum to give the Dark Knight one of his greatest challenges yet.
The Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight.
Hello,
yes.
Nate.
Hello, Nate. Short for Nathan. The Dark Nathan.
The Dark Nathan.
The Dark Nathan. Yeah, this book looks really cool. It has old school art with the you never see him with the giant
ears.
Yeah,
bug
from the Long Halloween.
It reminds me of an Easter rabbit. The big ears on the Easter bunny. I just want to bite him.
Okay, it is a little weird, but it's like calling back to a Batman of days gone by. What are you doing? This is not a high school.
It is a high school.
Okay, all right. Moving on to Marvel with a book I am super excited for, West Coast Avengers. Okay, so if you know what West Coast Avengers is, it was this really lame thing.
A long time ago.
Yeah, but this is going to be so much better.
That's what they said back then, too.
Okay, so this is a reformation of the West Coast Avengers, which were exactly what they were. They were Avengers from the West Coast. Right. But this is a reformation of the team focused around Kate Bishop and Clint Barton, a.k.a. Hawkeye, and Hawkeye. And it's kind of folded. This is kind of a sequel following up from the latest Hawkeye book, where we ended on a cliffhanger with Hawkeye and the guy to the right. That's Hawkeye's new boyfriend, Kate's new boyfriend, not Clint's new boyfriend.
Okay.
But anyways, they've thrown in some new heroes. We got Gwenpool joining the team.
See, that'll make it. That'll fix it.
Kid Omega from the X-Men, I think, is a great addition.
Yeah.
And of course, you have America Chavez, who's Kate's BFF. I'm really excited for this. Plus, we have Kelly Thompson writing, who wrote the most recent Hawkeye series. That's going to be super funny. And I picked up the first issue, and I was flipping through it. Kate Bishop is writing a mutant shark, so
we'll see how it goes.
What else do we have?
We've also got, look at that. That's Darth Vader.
It is.
Vader #20 is out, and I don't know who he's fighting, but I think it's another Sith. Kind of looks that way.
So I'm just...
Do you know who it is?
I'm not going to say.
No spoilers.
I'm just about done with the new Thrawn book.
Yeah.
And it's the Vader Thrawn book, where it's basically like... Have you watched Death Note or Ender's Game, where it's like a battle of intellectuals?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they're on a mission, and they have the same objective, but they both want to do it in different ways.
Right.
And Palpatine's kind of gave them the same authority, but it's like... Thrawn is in charge of the mission, and Vader, you're in charge of the objective. So it's like they have to argue about everything, and they have these grandiose arguments, and it's so cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, but also this book is good. You should read it. What else do we have in Star Wars?
We've also got in the Star Wars world Afra #22.
Yeah,
good old Dr. Afra.
Afra and Tolvan, greatly becoming one of my favorite Star Wars couples of all time.
Is that Gandalf?
Yes.
Who's in the back?
That's Gandalf the Blue.
Gandalf the Blue.
There are 2 blue wizards. They're not Gandalf. I can't remember their names.
Gandalf the Wispy? No.
Moving on to the Four Horsemen versus series, so last week, like 2 weeks ago, Popeye beat Poison Ivy. And this week, and what I thought was the ultimate sure bet, Waluigi topples Dr. Doom. I would have bet my children on this fight.
Mike Houghton, how did you let this happen?
Oh, he's upset. I saw his comments. He is upset. And but we had some good comments. Who won our comment contest?
I don't see who. Oh,
Jeff McCullough.
Jeff McCullough went. Yeah. Waluigi defeated the entire Mushroom Kingdom with the power of dance. Bet Doom can't even do proper tango with that clunky robot body.
Yes,
probably can't.
Probably cannot. So that was the last match of round number 1. So we're moving on to round number 2. Before we do that, what I'm excited about? Yeah. Since Waluigi won, that means the last match of round 2 will be Popeye and Waluigi. All right, but moving on to our first match of round number 2, we have Red Sonja versus Alara Kitan. I'm going with the young lieutenant here. Yeah, Alara's going to knock her out.
Sorry, Red Sonja. You're done.
We don't even care.
She does have a big axe, but...
She does, but who cares?
No.
Have you seen the trailer for Orville Season 2?
It looks so good.
I'm so excited. There was an article that came out a while ago that said that Alara was not going to be in Season 2, but she's in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I was upset.
Maybe they kill her off the first couple episodes.
They're going to Tasha Yar.
Oh, I would be so mad. Oh. I almost stopped watching.
When Tasha Yar died?
I really did. Yeah. I was like, I'm so mad with this. Because I was like, okay, they'll bring her back. The last 5 minutes. Okay, maybe they'll bring her back next episode. And then a month later, where is she at? They just stopped talking about her. I'm like, I hate this show.
It was that black puddle thing that killed her.
Yeah.
I wanted to call her Tasha Tar. We don't need to. Alara has this no contest.
Yep.
We'll see you in round 3, Alara Kitan.
Yep.
All right, moving on to events for this week. Here is a calendar image of all of the events that we have going on this week at Four Horsemen Comics and Gaming. If you need more info on any of these, please check us out at facebook.com/4horsemencomics. This week's Magic events have not quite gotten posted yet, so if you're looking for a little more Magic action, just to get an update later in the week, we may have more going on. Just a little slow getting on. We
actually have a bunch of events coming up that are going to be posted here in the next few days.
Yes,
there's a X-Wing 2nd edition coming up.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. But you couldn't be bothered.
I could not be bothered.
Could not be bothered to show up on this show. I don't know. I don't keep track of you anymore. It wasn't my week to watch you. And Alex, it was Alex's week, and he's like, I don't care.
Well, where's Alex?
I got other things to do. It's not my week to watch him. Taking care of his children. I don't know. All right, what's our first event that we're going to focus on this week?
All right, this week we're going to have a HeroClix Back to School event. It's a $5 entry, 400-point build, modern age format, and your team may only include one character of 100 or more points.
And 100 is the percentage of parents that are thrilled to death this week.
Get these kids out of
back to school. Parents across America, high five!
Do you know that there was a HeroClix? Ron the Watcher? I had a HeroClix. It was the coolest thing. It was really neat.
All right.
It was a watch. He was bald.
Okay, sure. More WizKids events. We also have the Dice Masters Feast and Famine event going on this Sunday at 2 o'clock. As a $3 entry fee is Golden Age format. Has some very specific rules for this event. There is no longer a 20 life maximum rule, so you can go above 20 life. And the objective is to either reduce your opponent to 0 life or to increase your own to 40.
That's
as normal team building rules, but there is a ban list, and you can see that on the event page. Truby has you covered for sure.
Very cool.
And the return of Yu-Gi-Oh! To Four Horsemen. I heard that was a thing.
It was a thing. We had a huge group come out on Sunday. We're looking at moving our Yu-Gi-Oh! Events to Friday. Stay tuned to that. We haven't quite decided that yet.
Yeah, because we don't have enough going on Fridays. So
we're
going to. And then we have a sneak peek coming up,
We have a sneak peek coming up on October 13th. First chance to play with the Soul Fusion set coming out. More details coming
soon.
Is that
Friday?
It's probably going to be, it'll probably be Friday. Friday and Saturday. I think we can do a
Yu-Gi-Oh! Sneak peek on Friday the 13th.
That's a thing.
That is just like a promotion in a box sent to you from God.
That's easy.
We're on a mission from God to promote this Yu-Gi-Oh! Sneak peek.
Friday the 13th in October. That's fantastic.
Could hardly be much better for sure. And then we also have a very important event that we have coming up. This is the first time we're going to be running this. In the vein of our Child's Play events, we're going to be doing an entire weekend full of charity events. This is going to be the weekend of September the 22nd and the 23rd. we are going to be running events to benefit the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and all the money that we raise is going to go towards them. We're helping to team up with local individuals and businesses to provide some cool prizes for these events. So if you want to get involved, you have something you want to donate, you have an idea for an event, hit up Caleb or Wyatt. They are spearheading this event, or just message our Facebook page in general, or Twitter, Instagram, walk into the store, whatever you want to do. Get in contact with us. We can help you out for sure.
For sure.
Yes. Raise some money for a good cause while playing some games. Yes. All right, enough of that. Star Wars. Moving on to Star Wars.
This week in Star Wars.
So we were just freaking out about Clone Wars coming back.
Yeah.
And we're like, because we were like, wonder what we're going to replace Rebels with. And we're like, Clone Wars! Turns out we get 2 for the price of 1, baby.
You know, how long... They have had to have this in production for a while.
Yeah.
How did they keep this a secret for so long?
It's Lucasfilm.
They're good.
They've got Magna Guard droids posted at the door.
They erase people's brains.
So this one is interesting because had Poe and BB-8 not been in the trailer, I may not have known that it was Star Wars.
Yeah.
It design-wise looks very different.
Yep.
Which I think is an interesting choice. It could pan out well because, you know, the Star Wars universe is large enough that people can have their own...
Fit.
Yeah. People can have their own interpretations. I can tell right off the bat that this show is not going to be for every Star Wars fan.
Yeah, but that goes with all Star Wars things.
No.
Somebody's going to hate it. They'll be wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about. Every Star Wars fan loves everything Star Wars. Isn't that the way that it works?
Sure it is.
I believe that's how it works.
Don't tell him. Be fine.
Da, 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 da. Did you watch the video I sent you? Duel of Fates with lyrics?
No.
All right, we'll watch it after
this. Is that
this.
the Coke can?
Yeah.
I saw John Williams in a Coke can. I didn't know what that was all about.
We will watch it after this. Oh, it's going to be so funny. You're going to laugh so hard. All right, now getting to the meat of the episode, This Week in Movies, where we are talking about the inspiration for our Muppets-themed episode, The Happy Time Murders with Melissa McCarthy, comes out this Thursday night.
Looks so good.
I am, okay, outside of like Star Wars and superheroes type stuff, this is one of the most exciting movies this year. This looks like it's going to be the funniest thing.
It's going to be so funny. I can't see how this could possibly go wrong.
I do. But I'm going to... And this is the kind of movie where even if it's bad, it's still going to be great.
Yeah. It'll still be funny.
Yeah. And Melissa McCarthy has a very particular kind of comedy that I think is going to be suited towards this.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars Resistance, she's not for all fans, but if you show no resistance, then I'm sure you will be happy at the time you're going to have here.
I thought you were going to make an assimilation joke. Star Trek
Resistance, there is none. I don't know the equation.
Resistance is futile.
Of course. And we're all super excited. I am going to be seeing it this weekend. We will give you a rundown on next week's show. And I worked really hard on this top 10. I'm super exciid for this.
What's
all right, so we're moving on to the top 10 weekend plans with the Muppets. The way I'm going to say number 10, Ron's going to read it aloud. He's going to tell us what it says and what Muppet we're hanging out with.
All right.
We've got 10 different plans with the Muppets this weekend, so let's do this. Number 10.
Number 10, how we start off. We're going to do some traveling with Pigs in Space!
Of course. Lewis is losing there. How can we not include them on the list? We really got Lewis's bacon on this one. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, all right. And our number 9 top 10 weekend plans with the Muppets.
Science. Can I say that word?
Sure.
Science, bitch.
Oh! Beaker. Like. No, see, you're doing a Beaker impression, but you really remind me of Dr. Bunsen.
And what we're doing here... I could be Beaker. Or, Bunsen.
How has that not been a Halloween costume for you yet?
Oh, my God.
Well, I know what you're doing this way.
Yeah.
You know what?
Muppets this year.
Maybe for the Halloween episode, you could be Bunsen, I'll be Beaker.
That'd be great.
Yeah. All right. That has to be a thing. All right. That's happening. And number 8, we have...
Cause some mayhem.
Yeah, with Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, of course. We would have to include them on the list and line up the next bad pun, Mr. Lewis. Number 7.
We're going to try and talk about some people.
Because why would you not? If you could just hang out on a street corner with Oscar and just trash people as they walk by.
If anybody could do it, it'd be Oscar.
Yeah, and it'd be, you'd do that, wouldn't you?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Just hanging out, just saying bad stuff about people.
Me and Oscar.
It's not a Muppet.
He is a Muppet.
I thought it was Sesame Street.
Sesame Street are
They're all
Muppets.
Muppets. Yeah.
My life.
My life. And number 6.
A few cocktails.
Get it? Get it?
I don't get this one.
Because he's...
Is he a chicken?
No.
That's not a chicken. What is he?
It's Pepe. The joke is that he's a shrimp.
Okay.
Cocktails.
Shrimp.
With the shrimp.
I'm thinking like the drink.
But I'm a king prawn, okay? No, it's because he's the shrimp and he has some. All right, next one. What else are we gonna do?
Taking a show
with Statler and Waldorf.
Oh, I love Statler. And Waldorf.
How is this not number 1, Ryan?
Yeah. Actually, why not?
Because the rest of them are just gold.
They're beautiful. All right.
And number 4, I believe.
Whatever. Some amateur couples therapy.
Okay. Number three.
Watch the Watchmen.
Two.
Good Lord. Literally anything with these two. Absolutely.
I will do anything with Gonzo and Rizzo. They are at the top. We'll do anything for sure. And the number 1 weekend plan that we have with the Muppets
what
is...
What are we doing? Manslaughter.
Kill all the Skeksis. After we do all of that, we're going to kill every Skeksis ever. They're all dead.
Oh, I love the Skeksis. Look at how awesome those things are.
Nope. No.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful creatures.
All right. My throat. Ouch. It hurts.
All right.
All right. Moving on to the 4 Horsemen mailbag, where we have a very special question. We're not done yet.
Not done yet?
We're not done yet. We've got the 4 Horsemen mailbag to go. Yes. All right. So a viewer submitted this question. Are you a man or are you a Muppet? If you're a man, are you a Muppet of a man? Or are you a very manly Muppet?
I think I'm being set up for something, but I don't know what it is.
We just want to know.
Trying to think of a joke. I got nothing.
Okay, well, then just answer the question. Are you a man or a Muppet?
I have been felt, so maybe I'm a Muppet.
Okay, well, if you're a Muppet, are you a manly Muppet?
I'm a manly Muppet.
Okay, but I would say that I'm a man, but I'm a Muppet of a man.
Why? Okay.
Because I admire Jason Segel, and I wish that I could be him one day.
Jason Segel.
Yes.
Why Jason Segel?
The Muppets, forgetting Sarah Marshall, and that show we will never ever speak of ever again, because the heck with it.
Valerian?
Yes, Valerian. I will watch Valerian.
Were there Muppets in Valerian?
There were puppets. Yeah. All right, and we're moving on to Did You Know 4 Horsemen, where we tell you very something special about the somethings and the specials.
Yes.
And did you know that Dark Crystal is true terror? Did you know?
Agra. Good old Agra. Skeksis! I love Agra.
Oh, God. And we're having a sale this week, by the way. Mentioned this week at 4 Horsemen off the counter. And we are extending last week's sale.
Yes.
20% off of Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles if you played in last week's event. Because we're just super excited that Yu-Gi-Oh! is back.
Yep. Welcome back.
It's time to duel.
Yep. Let's duel.
Yeah. No, it's...
To the Shadow Realm with you.
We already banished somebody to the Shadow Realm this week. All right, let's move on to our social medias, where you will please, if you will, I submit, for your pleasure and enjoyment and for your eyes to intake, please like us at facebook.com/4horsemencomics. Follow us on Instagram at 4horsemencomics. Subscribe to our YouTube content at youtube.com/c/4horsemencomicsgaming. Watch all of our fun tweets unroll and expose themselves at the number 4 Horsemen Comics. Watch all of our lovely streaming content at twitch.tv/4horsemencomics. Shop for some cards and some stuff at shop.4horsemencomics.com. Visit all 3 wonderful stores where we have wizards and monkeys and lions and bears and tigers.
I just had a great idea. You know what we should have done for this episode? We should have had puppets of us, and we just operate the puppets.
Yeah, but that would have cost resources and planning. Please visit us in Morgantown, Bridgeport, and of course in Waynesburg, which is in the state of Pennsylvania, also known as Northern West Virginia. And then please don't go anywhere, because we have a very, very special post-credit scene where I'm going to read Fozzie jokes.
Good.
And if you laugh, I get a point.
Oh, that's not fair. I love fuzzy jokes.
Waka waka. Okay.
All right. I'm not gonna look at the jokes.
Okay.
So I don't.
So a guy asks me, "Did you take a bath today?" And I said, "Why? Is there one missing?" Waka waka waka.
All right. One. That's one.
One. Okay.
1-0.
All right.
All right. Game face.
Why do movie stars have lots? 2.
That didn't even count. What was the joke?
Why do movie stars have lots of fans?
Why?
Because they're hot. Waka waka waka. 2.
God.
2. I'm winning. I am winning.
All right.
What did the big dragon say to the mouse?
What?
Give up?
I give up.
Nothing. Dragons can't talk. Waka waka waka.
Come on.
Did I tell you the one about the man with the light bulb in his nose? He was lightheaded. 4 points. Waka waka waka.
Can't even look at you. All right, I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look at these guys.
Why did the man put a sweater on his hot dog?
I don't care. I don't want to know.
Because it was a chili dog.
Oh God.
I don't even know. I win. All right. We got another one. What do you do when you put chocolate pudding in your mother's shoes? Give up?
I do.
You get a spanking. Waka waka waka.
That's a clean sweep.
Good night, everybody.